Rennie is...
The end.
The end. Wait, did it fucking do that because you said V? Oh shit, we better fucking it's supposed to be the end.
The end.
but it did it. All
The
end.
end.
No, I don't want his fruity ass voice every time somebody says the.
The end.
We have to fix this. We have to fix this.
The end.
I fixed it. Now it's only for the end.
The end.
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
The end.
Can you imagine if it was just every time you said the? Oh.
The end.
The end. That's not the only new redeem. You guys might not have noticed there's another one. Well, that's not even a redeem. There is a new redeem. Not just a catchphrase. There's a whole...
Oh, Scooter.
There you go.
Oh, Scooter. Oh, Scooter.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, Scooter. Playing familiars, are we? Redeeming me, are you? Oh, Scooter.
Hey, chat, you want to see something kick-ass and awesome? You want to see something freaking amazing? Kim sent this to me during the, final hour of the Frolf stream. And I was like, man, you know what, Kim, I'm not going to open it right now because I feel like my mental state deteriorating and I'm tired, so I'm not going to be able to... Whatever this is... Hi, Rainy. Oh, fucking Rainy. I'm not going to be able to give it the love that it deserves because I'm so tired. So anyway, I looked at it yesterday, right? And oh my God, chat, I don't think you're ready for this. It is so beautiful, and it's going to kill you when you look at it. You're actually going to disintegrate. But still, I'm going to show it to you anyway, because you have to look at it. Look at that! Look at the dress! Look at the hair! Look at the bows! Look at the ribbon and the bows and the gloves! Oh my God! What? Look at this! Look at it! Oh my God! I can't decide still what my favorite part of it is. I can't decide if it's the cute, like the little one side braided hair. Oh, Rennie's also excited. Or if it's the fancy dress or the bows or the extra fancy ribbon on my head. Nice job. Oh my God, Kim, I know I already told you thank you for this, but seriously, oh my God, thank you so much. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Oh, it's, what the fuck? Oh, Saribot has like a bot roll. Do you guys see that? Saribot has like a bot roll, or bot badge. Wait, does BinkyBot have one? BinkyBot does not have a bot badge. BinkyBot is a real person. BinkyBot's a real chat member, just like you guys. Trust me. Hello, fellow chat members. Kim, thank you so much again for this art. I love it so much. I was like staring at it all day yesterday after I opened the DM. I made it my icon today. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're all doing well and lovely. I hope you're all having a gorgeous day. Gotta draw this design. Oh my God. Oh shit, has somebody found... Wait, does somebody find me in Familiars just now? I have the game open. I'm not... Someone just walked by. Hey, is someone standing right next to me in Familiars right now? Did somebody track me down? Oh shit, there's another wait, what the fuck? There's another oh, okay, hang on. Hold on. I've been located. They found me. They found me. Oh my god. So, if you don't know what Familiars is, if you've been around the channel for a while, you know Familiars, because you know that Familiars is a actually really pretty important part of my channel. I found a really lovely community in Familiars. It's one of the very early games that I streamed within my first year of streaming. It's how I met Claylome. It's how Forrest came around here. It's how Forrest found the channel. It was a gateway to many things. I believe Claylome is here tonight. Devin chat. Claylome is a very good friend of mine. I really, really admire and respect Claylome and value him as a friend, and I think he's awesome. So the honor of being able to know Claylome and everything is like so cool, because this game that he has put together is wonderful. If you haven't played Familiars, you can play it in your browser or on Steam. But on your browser, you can play it on your phone, tablet, or computer. And it's free, and it's a little MMO. And yes, I do have a like familiar slash like guy RPG pet that your Mubit can use. Yeah. Get off me? Oh shit, sorry, I forgot. Can you play on your smart fridge? Fucking probably. But yeah, why not? So if you get in the game, I'm the one with this pink thing behind me. This is a shiny. It's a rare, rather. The game has shinies. This is a rare, is what they're called. This is a rare Gary. Gary is my favorite familiar. You can have a look at him there. He's awesome. On a familiar stream a while back, a very, very kind member of the scary red person of the familiars community gave me a shiny rarey because they know that I liked him. And they gave me actually a few other rares too. And then very tragically, I got a new computer, and because familiars data is stored in like browser keys, I lost that data. My rares were gone. Now, Claylome, being the generous Devin chat that he is, he gave me a new shiny rarey because he is so kind. Thank you, Claylome. Thank you. Additionally, more stuff about how cool Claylome is. Last year on my birthday, I celebrated my birthday in familiars.io. And Claylome actually programmed in a birthday hat feature where we all got to wear birthday hats in the game to celebrate my birthday. Hi, Claylome. There he is. There's Devin chat. Hooray! So yeah, that's what's going on. I highly recommend playing familiars.io. It is a treat to behold. I'm gonna walk over to the spawn point so that people who are hopping in, maybe for the first time to play the game, can see me. If you've never played it, I recommend sitting down and just going through this world, taking it in, taking in the vibes, and collect every familiar. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I still want to speedrun familiars. Clone, I would love to if you opened like a familiars page on speedrun.com so I can try speedrunning all the familiars, because I think that'd be really fun to do. Other thing about this game is it's a very anonymous MMO. So there's no like username, there's no like profiles. You are anonymous. You don't know who anyone is unless you tell each other. You can have certain ways to identify to each other who you are. For example, my shiny rarey, my pink dude behind me, my pink sludge guy. That's how you know it's me. The little numbers above people's heads, you can collect these crystals by battling CPU bots in the world. And if you battle them and you win, then you get these crystals that you can use to challenge dungeons. But I know that some people in the community actually like collect these crystals as a way of like identifying themselves. Like, oh yeah, I'm the guy with like 30 crystals. That's me. That's how you can tell that it's me. For example, right? That's a kind of cute way that they show off. Also, you can howdy. It's not a meowdy. It's a howdy. But you can smile and say howdy. Look at that. Familiars is wonderful. Familiars is a treat to the eyes, to the ears, to the vibes, to the soul. I love it. And tonight, I'm not really playing the game. Like, I'm not battling. I'm not going to catch anything. I'm kind of just hanging out. I'm just going to occupy Familiars as a space to exist in while I answer the Q&A questions that y'all sent in from the forum earlier today. I've already taken the liberty of taking screenshots of the questions you guys sent in so that I can... Hello, love him! Hello! Raiders, welcome! Oh my god. Hello! How are you, Imp? Welcome! How was your stream? Was it good? Did you have fun? Or you were probably drawing, weren't you? You're always drawing something. Imp is so talented. Imp's always doing some kind of artsy drawings. Been playing you were playing a game! Oh, wow. Oh, I'm wrong. I was incorrect. I was wrong and I was incorrect. I can't believe this. Hi! Thank you for raiding. I hope you had fun with your video games. Welcome. You're usually drawing on stream, but I hope that to a T was fun. This game looks so cute. Yeah, you can play it for free in your browser if you want to. It's a creature collecting, cozy MMO. I'm not really playing the game tonight. I'm just occupying its space as a little hangout zone. I've used this game in the past a lot. Imps is just kind of a space to hang out with chat, like a little virtual world to just kind of exist in. And I'm actually answering Q&A. So I have, okay, where do I want to be? I'm gonna go to the beach. So I'll be at the beach for a bit. I'm gonna go down to the beach right now. And I'll be down there. That's where I'm gonna start off. So if anyone wants to go to the beach too, you just go down. Just go down. Just keep going down and eventually you're going to hit the beach. And that's where I'll be. That's where you'll find me. It's a lot of... I wonder how Cobby Island is doing. Eh? You think Cobby Island is thriving? I like the music on the beach too. That's why I like to come down here. Save me, cat girl, save me. Hi, mobs. How are you? Welcome. Save me, cat girl, save me. It still got God Cobby? Thank God. Someone here's got a rare Cobby on the docks with me. Okay, I'm gonna chill here. I'm gonna vibe. I'm gonna turn the music on a little bit. Just moved a little touch. Okay. Thank you all for sending in questions. I looked at them ahead of time because I was like, what did people say? Definitely some questions I'm excited to answer. Some that I could definitely say quite a bit about too. So let me pull up the first one here. Okay. Actually, this one stumped me. If you go back in time and talk to your past self before you started streaming, what would you try to tell her, if anything? This one, like, I'm gonna be like, oh, I wouldn't change anything, but, like, I don't think I'd change anything. I don't think I would tell her a single thing different. To be honest. You think that I could be like, oh, you're gonna rebrand eventually, so you should do it now. But, like, no. Like, despite me enjoying my rebrand far better than what my channel was before, I definitely don't regret the time I spent as a Pokemon-themed channel either. Like, I don't think I would change... I should keep that up, actually. Just so you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't think I would change a single thing, hi Willow, about how things went before. That's okay, Willow. I'm not really playing the game much. I'm just kind of occupying its space as kind of like an area to exist in while I answer questions. We're just kind of vibing out in Familiars, really. That's all we're doing while I yap. You are who you are through your experiences. And that's exactly right, that like I would not remove or undo any of the hardships in my life, because all of your experiences in life, good and bad, they all amount and lead to who you are today. And I will not change a single thing in my life, nor my streaming career up to this point. So if I went back in time to talk to my past self before I started streaming, what would I tell her? I'd say, hey, you should get Taco Bell tonight. They got a special going. That's what I would tell her. I would tell her that. I'd say, get Taco Bell. And then I would go back and I get back in the DeLorean and I'd blast off back to the future. And I'm gone. That's all I would say. So, not a very interesting answer, but that is just how I feel. That's just how I feel about it. So that's it. But what if getting Taco Bell that night ruins the timeline? It changes everything. Also, hi B. Buy Baja Blast and throw it really hard so Greta can have some. You always gotta share your Baja Blast with Greta. Always. This one I actually thought was kind of a good question. What's the game that you love but don't really want to stream? And actually, I have a very topical answer for this, which is, I think, farming games. I've been playing Grand Bazaar Remake, and oh, Chad, it's good. It's really good. Really, really good. But I think that I don't really care to stream farm sims at all. I did try to stream Mystria, and I enjoyed streaming Mystria, but I think for me, farm sims, or life sims in general, are a bit more like just like... I like to play those games for hours on end with YouTube videos playing in the background, and I just do like ultimate brain rot. Ultimate brain rot. Like, just totally, like, in the game, listening to YouTube videos, just not a care in the world. That is the way I like to consume farm sims. And like En said, they are very, very long haul games, so it's like, it's also a big commitment to stream one. You don't gotta stream all of it, but yeah. So that's, my answer is probably farm sims. The other problem I have with streaming farm sims is that I get distracted. I'll get distracted by chat or some topic or some discussion, and I'll forget what I'm doing, and I'll just keep playing the game mindlessly, and suddenly it's 2 a.m. in-game, and I pass out, and I've lost all my health, and I've lost half my items and half my money. It's like, well, shit, because I wasn't really paying attention because I was streaming. So that's like another big reason why I don't really want to stream farm sims. Well, you know, my question's 100% genuine. Sorry, Nex, I'm skipping questions like that. I'm sorry. It's just, it wasn't the point of it. I was looking for genuine questions that people want to know. There's some really questions that people submitted that are actually really like when I said I'm open for personal questions, people did put some in there, and that's mainly what I like to do, because I know some people want to ask me stuff that's personal and they don't feel like they can just ask on stream out of the blue. So I'm happy people put in some actual genuine questions about their life, my experiences. We'll get to those though. But that's, yeah, I don't think I would want to stream farm sims. I was trying to think what other games I love but I wouldn't want to stream. I think a big one is Deltarune, but that only applies to like first playthroughs, right? I would stream Deltarune now, but like I would never stream Deltarune blind. I would never do that. I would never want to do that. It just seems like a nightmare to me to do that. Can we still put in questions? Yeah, the form is still open. Go for it. I don't have too many, so I'll probably get to it if you want to. Yeah, go for it. It's kind of dangerous with a channel of your size. Yeah, it'd have to be like probably emote only, and like it would be very easy for someone to pop in and just like say a spoiler, just pop it in there. Deltarune is an emote-only kind of game when blind. Yeah, right? It'd have to be emote-only mode. And at that point, I'm just... like, nah. I like playing it with Shy for the first time blind because I have the most fun doing it with her. Because we both love it a lot. You said you'd also want to stream Silksong for that reason? Yeah, it also sounds kind of insufferable to stream Silksong blind. And same logic that I'm gonna play that with Shy, because Shy and I love Hollow Knight so much, and it was like, Hollow Knight was a pretty, like, I would say a pretty, foundational, what the fuck, it was like very foundational to our relationship. We didn't meet because of Hollow Knight, but my Hollow Knight hyperfixation was at, I think, its absolute strongest when we first started dating. So like, Hollow Knight was a very big part of our relationship at the very beginning. I think on our first time meeting in Toronto, hello, my love, I think I literally info dumped about Hollow Knight to her on our first ever, like, real life meeting. I feel like I remember us walking through Toronto and me just talking about Hollow Knight. Me and the bad bitch I pulled by being autistic about Hollow Knight and just talking about about Hollow Knight as we walked down the streets of Toronto. That's how you met Shy. Someone put that in, Alfie, actually. Someone asked that later in the questions. So, but if you have a question, chat, the forum is still open. Put it in there, and if we get through the current ones, then we'll get to yours at the end. Y'all are so cute. Thank you. We met because of a different game. But when I get to that question, I'll talk about that a bit more. Oh, my gaydar is here. Fuck. Not the gaydar. Also, hi, Marmy. I see you, Marmy. I saw you. Go back to bed, Marmy. It's too early for you. Anyway, that's probably the answer to that question. Don't speak to your #1 trivia player like that. Yeah, I'd say Farm Sims and certain games blind, like Silksong, Deltarune. I wouldn't want to stream those for the first time. I went through a year, Sakfu. The answer was basically nothing. I would say nothing different. I would change nothing about my streaming career. So, yeah. I have an appointment today, so I'm gonna stay up and watch your stream. Fuck yes. Yay! Hi, Marmy! Hello! Did you get to mine? No, we've only done 2 questions so far, so no. Just 2 questions. That's it so far. That's it. But yeah, TLDR, Sakfu, I think that all experiences in your life, good and bad, are foundational. I keep saying that word. That's not even a word. To who you are as a person, and I would change nothing about my life because I like where I am. And the same logic goes to my streaming career. I would change nothing about it. Is that a word? Is it? Are you okay, Elfie? Elfie's really excited to see Marmy. Oh no, you just can't spell. Marmu, Mary, Marmu. I thought you were really excited to see Marmu. I was like, wow. Elfie can't believe that Marmy's here. Hi, Appa. Alright, next question that I got here. This one's from Casey. Hi, Lacey. What kind of music do you usually like to listen to? Any specific genre or types of music you lean towards? If applicable, do you have any song, album recommendations for the audience? Okay, Chad, I'm a weirdo, okay? Let's preface this. I'm a weirdo. I am not your average music listener, okay? When it comes to music, I really do not feel strongly one way or the other about every genre besides one. I'm pretty easygoing. I'm really easygoing. I like basically pretty much all of it. Like, you put on any shit, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm vibing to this. My bestie coworker loves country. When I'm in her car, it's all country. And you know what? It's not bad. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good. I'm real easygoing. I don't have very strong opinions. Except for fucking musicals. If I'm sitting, I'm doing work. If I'm sitting on my desk, I'm doing work, I've got musicals on. I'm commuting to work, I've got musicals playing. I'm on a walk, I'm in a long car ride, it's musicals. It's always musicals. I am just a nut. Have you seen Twisted? I actually haven't seen Twisted. It's on my list. It's on my list though. I do really want to watch it. I've heard it's really good. Thoughts on Wicked OST? So what I've prepared instead of album song recommendations, I just basically put together my top 5 musicals basically. Yes, don't worry, clone. I've got this is top 5 for me as far as music goes, and also just the actual for me, I'm interesting with music. I think because when I was young, basically video game music was very, I'm gonna use that word again, fucking foundational to my interests. And video game music is interesting because video game music, you almost always associate stories with it. You hear fucking King Dedede's theme and you think of all the times in Kirby you fought him. You hear the Mario Galaxy final boss, you think of you saving the princess, fighting Bowser, saving the galaxy from him. You hear Gladion's theme from Pokemon Sun when you think about his character, his arc, all the moments with him. Video game music forges stories and themes along with it. And musicals are the same way. I love music that tells a story. And it's not that normal music doesn't tell a story. Of course, a lot of songs, even whole albums, will tell stories, and it's amazing. But musicals obviously are kind of extremely on the nose when it comes to that because they are stories as well as music. So anyway, sorry. Top 5 musicals I'll give to you here. I've got a list. My favorite ever is Little Shop of Horrors. When my theater put that on a couple Halloweens ago, I fell in love with Little Shop of Horrors. It is incredible. The show itself is incredible. The soundtrack is amazing. The vibes are off the charts. I fucking love that show. Okay? Now I have Wicked. Now let me just set a precedent here. Chat, I don't mean to be, generic white girl. Mainstream musical. She loves Wicked. Everyone else does. Thing about Wicked is, chat, yes, it's very mainstream right now, but Wicked is my mom's, basically her hyperfixation. And it's been her hyperfixation since I was a baby. Wicked has been her obsession since I was a baby. Wicked's soundtrack has been a part of my life for basically my entire life. I knew Wicked songs before I even saw it for the first time. I could sing them because my mom was just always listening to Wicked. So I'm not just somebody who saw the movie recently. It was like, it's so good. I was raised on Wicked. It's been a part of my life for my entire life. That's why it's so special, and it's something that my mom and I share with each other. That's why it's so special to me. It's not just a trend or a cool thing. It's genuine love, genuine, really big part of my life. So that's why Wicked is there. Now, number 3, and this actually is a recent addition, very recent, Back to the Future, the musical. Most of you know I saw that on Saturday with my mom in Toronto, and oh my fucking god, I'm addicted. I am obsessed with it. I keep listening. The soundtrack is on loop for me right now. Oh my god, chat. If you have even seen the movie, listen to the soundtrack. Just listen to it. You know what's going on. You know the story. You'll be able to piece together what the songs are about, and it is so good, chat. It's so good. And seeing it in person was incredible. Yes, 1.21 gigawatts of peak. Oh. But it's also at the point where it's funny because, I would rather watch the musical now than the actual movie. I'm like, well, the movie is obviously really good, but if we're not breaking out into song every 10 minutes, what the fuck is the point? So, anyway, oh my god. Phenomenal musical, chat. Highly recommend it. feelings on The Lion King. My mom is seeing that on Saturday. Not me, with her friend. She's going back to Toronto. She's seeing it. I haven't seen it personally. See, I have a thing, chat, where I don't know. I like to see musicals in person. I don't like to, I don't know. I like to see them in person. It's just how I feel. I very rarely listen to the soundtrack before I watch it in person. It's just kind of how I work. So all 3 of these so far I've seen in person. In fact, all 5 on this list I've seen in person in some context. Then we got Rent. Chat, Rent is phenomenal. Our theater put on Rent this year, and it was so... They pulled out every single stop for that. Oh my god. I knew Rent before, because I had seen... That was actually my second time seeing Rent live. So that was my second time seeing it live, and... Fuck, what a phenomenal musical. Oh, there were so many tears. Rent is so good, chat. And then number 5 is Heathers. Heathers was put on by our theater way back, but I saw it. It's amazing. It's so good. I love Heathers. That's my top 5. Little Shop of Horrors, Wicked, Back to the Future, Rent, and Heathers. That's my top 5. Seen Ride the Cyclone? I have not, no. I'm not sure I know that one. I'm gonna see Legally Blonde next year. You and Lena and? Oh, that's so cool. Have you seen Hadestown? I have not. My theater did put on a little like mini show for like last year where they were doing like pieces of songs from various shows, and they did a song from Hadestown. Like just one, and my brain was like cocomeloning out. I was like, holy shit. I haven't seen it. I really hope we do it at some point, or I have a chance to see it at some point. I am extremely fortunate that I live in a city with such a talented local theater community that I have the chance to see shows like this in person in my home city at a quality standard that you could expect from like big theaters, like professional level shows. And I get to be involved in it too. I get to do backstage work and meet people and know people who are in the shows and work on the shows and have people know me. And it's awesome. And I'm fortunate that I also am close enough to Toronto that we can go there and watch shows there, which are obviously also incredible. If it's in Toronto, it's usually going to be pretty dang good, in my experience. I saw Hamilton in Toronto. I saw Dear Evan Hansen in Toronto. I've been to Broadway. I've not. Maybe one day. Hopefully one day. But no, I haven't. You're literally Princess Peach Showtime. Yeah. Ever went to Greta with anything? No, Greta and I have not met in person. It's gotta happen one day because we're like literally like an hour from each other. But the border is in the way, unfortunately. The one thing standing between us is the border between Canada and the USA. No, we haven't. Get a pole. Fucking border. God dang it. Ever seen Chess the Musical? Fucking no, I don't get Chess the Musical? Wait, is it actually really good? I'm gonna write this shit down. Hang on. What do we got? Ride the Cyclone was one. Chess the Musical. Hadestown. Man, I'm really holding out for hoping that my theater does Hadestown, because I would love to experience it firsthand in person. Oh, but I don't know. I might have to just listen to it. Lena's recommended you to watch it. Okay. Chess the Musical. Morbius the Musical. Like he's morbing out? Like that Morbius? Morbius the Musical. Okay. Does a theater vote for his musical to do next? It's all handed by the management. The thing is about our theater chat, it's very, very thorough. It's very professional. It's very, very high end. Is that say I wanted to direct a show at the theater. First of all, I can't. I don't have experience. I'd have to work up to that. But if I could, and I wanted to, and I said, I want to direct something, I'm going to have to wait till 2029. Right now. That's how far out they plan stuff. Yes, because this stuff takes time. You have to find a team. You need to have set decor. You need to have book holders. You need to have stage managers, producers. You need to have people to do wardrobe, people to do everything. It's a whole thing, chat. Like, it's not just your local high school putting on Shrek the Musical. It is an operation. It is a legit theater. I guarantee you, it's very, very legit. It's a whole thing. My mom is directing next year, and I could not be prouder of her. She directed when I was little, but back then it was a lot easier to direct when I was a baby, a little baby. I used to go with her to rehearsals when I was a baby. So she's directing next year for the first time since I was a baby. A freaking baby. And I get to be a stage manager for the show. For my mom's show. Yay, yippee! But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I could go on and on about this shit. That was an excellent question. That was from Casey. I know Casey did not send that intending for me to ramble on about musicals, but that's what it turned into. So there you have it. Casey is music-minded. Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see that question from her. Okay. What do I have next year? What inspired you to start streaming? German 985. That internet e-clown, Germa. Also small. Yeah, that guy. Also Smoliant. Also Smoliant. I'd say the two streamers that inspired me, which is not what the question is, but my answer is generally Germa and Smoliant. Yes, Willow. You remember that, Willow. Literally, a big part of it is that, I mean, and I still do this, I fall asleep to VODs, and I kind of like I kind of find like a streamer guy, and it's like, that's my guy now. I'm gonna fall asleep to this guy for a while. And a lot of Germa, a lot of Smant, they're both big inspirations to me. And my favorite thing, another thing that I like, is being able to have a streamer I like and to be like, oh, I want to see them play this game, and type in their username plus the game and see, oh, they played it. Oh, here's my next sleeping streams for the next week. I want to build such a library of VODs on my channel that somebody can discover my channel and be like, oh, I wonder if she played this game. Look it up. And I have. There's a complete VOD playlist for you to fall asleep to every night. And I really, really like to kind of, because people have told me that they fall asleep to my VODs before. And that makes me so happy, because I'm like, damn, that's what I do with my favorite streamers. No, I don't watch them live, Catbag. I watch VODs. Holy shit, she played Ribbit King for 12 hours. By the way, chat, the Ribbit King VOD, YouTube fucking killed it, and I have to split it in half. And I have to do that. So, like, today I left for work, and I set the first half to process. 6 hours, right? And then I was at work for like 5 hours. Came home and it was at 70% done. And I had to stream, so I had to cancel that export. And I'm gonna have to just like do it. Like, I'm gonna have to just start it and just not be on my PC. Because if I left that processing while I'm streaming, I don't think it would end very well, because it's a pretty big operation. So the Frolf VOD will be up when it's done. And it'll be 2 parts. Once we... Gary! Another Rary! There's another Rary! What? What? Rary! Hello! This is so exciting. Remember last Annie when you had a clip comp and forgot to render the whole video and had to do it on stream? Yeah! I had to render it on stream! That was so funny. But yeah, that was like what got me to start streaming, was like, oh, Germ is funny, Small Ant's funny, I like to sleep to their streams, I'm gonna try that. And most of the stuff that I enjoy in streaming, I didn't really discover how good they were till I actually was streaming, because like, I don't know, it was like actually doing it was like very different. Nekola985, White Noise ASMR, I sleep to nekolacey Rhapsody streams. Me when I wake up at 3 a.m. because nekolacey is screeching at the top volume to something happening at Rhapsody. Do you sleep to your own VODs? No. No, I don't. No. Gonna continue Rhapsody? No, I hate the game. It sucks. I hate musicals. I'm never gonna finish it ever. I'm done with it. I quit. I'm deleting off the computer. I'm returning my merchandise that I bought. No, we will. We will get there. Don't worry. We will. We will. Also underestimate how much time goes into it behind the scenes. Big time. Big time. So much goes into this. This is crazy. This is crazy shit. One time I fell asleep to one of your streams and woke up to a stream I've never seen before. That's the beauty of raiding. You fall asleep to one stream and wake up and you're suddenly somewhere else. Lacey doesn't sleep to her own VODs because she isn't a narcissist like Magalore. It's true. Nah, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with falling asleep to your own VODs, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Anyway, that's basically the answer to that question. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of this first, hang on. Hi, Lacey. Hi. It's not trouble. I was curious about when you realized you were trans and what was going on for you internally and externally. I'm someone who's not really able to start my transition in a major way yet. I'm curious what the early stages are like. I probably realized I was trans in 2016 and came out to my mom in 2017. So it's been a little while. So the memories can be a little fuzzy. Like the freak-ass things from Paper Mario. But what was going on internally and externally, really, like, what was going on internally, I would say, is the first, like, people I came out to were my online circle of friends at that point, which included Chappie. Yes, Chappie was one of the first people I came out to. There's a lore, Mario, a lore drop for you. So Chappie was in a circle of friends with me and some other people, and they're the first people I came out to. And having online friends is like, if you're trans and you're just starting to experiment, like having an online circle of friends who don't know you IRL is like the best way to experiment, because you're safe, you can feel comfortable to express yourself in an online space where nothing is really that tangible and real, right? Chappie was there when the Grund was broken. Oh, Grund, wow. Chappie would understand totally. He's good like that, really supportive when you need someone. Yeah, I wish I could read the messages of what he said exactly to me when I told him, but that Discord account and probably that Discord server, everything is gone. It's lost to the wind, lost to time. But I mean, obviously he was amazing. He was like really, really supportive. He's one of my best friends, and I mean, he sent me a really sweet message a while back. Oh, it was after the Princess debut stream where I cried. He messaged me because he watched the VOD, and he was just basically said something like, "Oh, I mean, like I'm really proud of you. You know, I'm really honored to have known you for so long in my life and have known you through all these different parts of your life. I just think you're like a really, really amazing friend in person, and I'm really proud of you," is what he said. And I was like, "Oh, Chappie, oh." Oh. Yeah, he's such a sweetheart, chat. Oh, I love that guy. But yeah, when I first realized I was trans, I was pretty much doing a lot of online experimentation with my pronouns and my name and my presentation. What was going on externally was a whole lot of experimenting with gender presentation in my real life, which it's like my mom had to know what was going on, because like before I even came out, I was like just like wearing skirts and stuff. Like I was just wearing skirts. She didn't even like bat an eyelash. I hadn't even said anything. And I remember one year at work, I like dressed up as like a unicorn with like a rainbow skirt and like tights and stuff. And I remember my coworker, my best friend coworker at the time, his name was Aaron. And Aaron's a legend. I still have him on Facebook, actually. He was awesome. If we're working close shift back then, we would be out of there in no time. We were legends for close shift. But anyway, he was great. Like, I wasn't out at all, obviously. And like, I show up to work for Halloween dressed as a unicorn in a skirt, and he ran up and went, "Oh, awesome! No way, guy, look at this! That's so awesome!" And then you'd have moments at work where, like I worked at a different place than I do right now back then, just so you know. I'd be like going through aisles, cleaning up clothes and stuff, and like these kids would come up and be like, are you a boy or a girl? And you would just be like, oh, they had to question it. Hey, that's cool. They had to question what gender I am. That feels good. They can't tell. That was like also a cool moment. I wish I could say more to this question. It's hard to quite remember everything about it, but it's, now there's another question later on someone sent that will actually kind of dive back into this exact subject. So there's actually a bit more to say, but it kind of relates to the later question, so we'll wrap back around to it. When wanting to try out a new game, what sort of stuff do you look for to get you interested? Like playing a game because it's a platform or a simulator. To be honest, it's all vibes. Like generally, I don't even care what genre the game is. It's all vibes. Like, Ribbit King is my favorite game ever. I didn't get into that game because of the gameplay. The gameplay didn't even, like, matter. It was the vibes. It was the voice acting, the graphics, the character design is what got me to play it in the first place. And the gameplay is like just a...
The end.
The end! Just like a icing on the cake to what it is. Like, I like games of... Like, I guess most of my favorite games are either like RPGs or platformers, but... Like,
Scooter!
I like just about any game of any genre, as long as the vibes are bright and whimsical and funny.
Oh, Scooter! Reminiscing on my awesome game?
But yeah, genre is not really a factor for me, to be honest. Oh, where are you going? Get back here! Where'd they go? Get back here! Where are you going? Rary? Hi. We have to stick together. Raries have to stick together. We can't split up. Yay!
Oh, Scooter! You passed the Lacey vibe check.
Also, like, friend recommendations is the other thing that'll get me to try out a new game, for sure. Friend or wife recommendations. I played Rhapsody because of Shy. Because Shy told me to. So, like, also wife. It's like, oh, if wife says game is good and I don't like it, then I'll play game. So that's another thing that will get me to play something. What the fuck? Why is this person becoming Daemon? What is going on? Oh, because it's dropping. Wait, what? Wait. The wife X Factor trumps all other opinions. Hey, Mystic, what's up? Oh shit, Rary's back. I don't know, I'm scared. I'm gonna walk away from this situation. My transformation is complete. Has Shy ever recommended a bad game? No, her taste is perfect and immaculate as always. Forever and always. Anyway, yeah. Next one. Oh, this is a fun one. How did you and Greta become friends, and how did you meet Shy? Well, I'll tell you. How did Greta and I become friends? Because of a Paper Mario rare pair. And I'm being completely serious. So, how we, like, met, quote unquote, is that she followed me on Twitter and I followed her back. That's how it happened. There's nothing more to it than that. That's all it was. But what got us actually, like, communicating and talking, well, it was a rare pair. This was when Origami King got announced. After Origami King got revealed, I kicked into a big Paper Mario fixation. And I was replaying 64, TTYD, SPM, all the way up with Shy. I was showing Shy all the games. And I invented a pairing. Yep, it was me. I came up with it. I started trend. Vivian X Bow. Called it Vivi Bow. I coined that, and there was like a surge of fan art. I even drew art for it. I drew art for it. And Casey drew art for it. Casey drew fan art of it. A bunch of strangers drew fan art of it. And then Greta drew fan art of it. And I was like, oh, no way. You drew the rare pair. And yeah, and she was like, yeah, you're so smart. Oh my God. And then that's what got us talking in the first place. And I think after that, I commissioned her for something after that. And then started my chain of, like, I don't even know how much money I've given Greta in my lifetime for commissions. It doesn't matter. No amount would be enough. But like that's what started my long history of Greta commissions for various purposes. But yeah, I got my best friend in life from a Paper Mario rare pair. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that great? So that's how I met Greta. Now, that was like the beginning. There's a lot more to our friendship that helped it bloom and prosper and grow to greater heights. But I love Greta. She is my bestie, like, forever. And we have so much history of just, like, it's crazy to think that, like, we've known each other not as long as I've known Chappie. And not Rainy, what the fuck? Rainy, what are you doing? Rainy, don't yell at the wall. Don't yell at the wall, Rainy. Don't yell at the wall. The wall didn't do anything to you. It's like, okay, it's fine. We've been friends through, so, Rainy, come here. Rainy, baby. Rainy, come here, baby. We've been friends through so many different eras of our lives. Oh my God. Oh, hi! Hi! When did you get here? She's right next to me now. But now it's like, we both have jobs. We're both very busy. We don't... Greta and I used to, like, talk every day, all day, into the night. We don't anymore. Not because we're less close, it's just because we're both adults who have jobs and are busy. And we both have partners, like Greta has her boyfriend, I have Shy, like, Rinny, I have Rinny, I have Rinny. We're both very busy adult. Rinny, oh my, love, can you come entertain Rinny? What is she doing? What is she going on about? Rinny. Okay, Shy is coming to entertain her.
Hi, baby.
She's so upset. I don't know why. Oh, we just shout out Macy. Shout out to Luffy Cloud's husband. But I was gonna say, that's why I love Kitty Bun Sunday so much, because like Greta and I could go a week without talking. We don't usually do that, but if we did, Sunday would still come and we would still group up for Kitty Bun Sunday. And I love having Kitty Bun Sunday as a consistent day of the week where Greta and I, no matter what's going on in our lives, we can connect, hang out, and play games together. It's very nice. But that is a brief on my history with Greta. And sorry, I wanted to... Does Flavio count Lovey Cloud Husband? No, that's Greta's boyfriend. Lovey Cloud Husband is a real person. That's a real person right there. That's not a made up guy. It's real. Could happen to you. Scary. Can I be for real? I thought, though Lacey, I honestly look up to you a lot, and seeing you an adult who is just happy where she is in life, surrounded by many wonderful friends, so much support gives me hope for my own future during a time where hope is difficult to have. It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. Don't worry. This too shall pass. There's, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of times in life where it seems like this is it. This is all there is. This is the end. There's not gonna get better than this. It'll pass. It'll get better. Just survive. Just live. Just, you don't have to, you can cry, you can be sad, you can feel pain, you can do whatever you have to do, but just don't die. Just live, just survive. Your mission is just to Tokyo. Don't even think about killing yourself, okay? Tokyo. Think about Halucha. Mega Halucha says Tokyo. Fucking awesome Mega, by the way. Sick Mega. Really good Mega design. I'm so pumped. But yeah, just survive. It gets better. It's gonna be okay. It will get better. And then one day you'll look back. You'll be like, what was I worried about? It'll be like nothing. And Mario will get a kiss from Bowser. And you'll be like, wow, Bowser kisses Mario. Everything's gonna be okay. But yeah. Part 2. How'd you meet Shy? I might have heard of a humble little obscure indie game called Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield wasn't even out yet. This was pre-release cycle of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I never heard of it. Okay, Charizard pose. I made a thread. You know how back in the day, the funny thing to do, and it's still funny, but it was like very popular to take funny Tumblr posts and edit characters over top of them as if it's the characters saying the things. I made a thread of Sword and Shield edits of that, and the game wasn't even out yet. It wasn't even out yet. But I made a thread of Sword and Shield characters, and to be honest, a lot of the ones I made actually holds up pretty good for characterization. I think a lot of them hold up really well, actually. Going off pure vibes, I made a thread like that, and at the time, I was excited about Bead. Because Bead was like, do you still have them? Sadly, I don't. But I really liked Bead, because Bead was like the new mean rival. And I love a good mean rival, so I was pumped about Bead. I was like, yes, finally somebody who's going to be mean to me. And Shy was also a Bead fan. So I made this thread, right, of Pokemon Sword and Shield Tumblr edits. And Shy found upon it across her feed. The algorithm was like, hey, check this shit out. Saw that. She then stalked me. She's covering her face. She stalked me. She scrolled through my profile until she saw that I was at the Toronto Zoo. And she was like, oh, she's in Ontario. She's in Ontario. Parasocial from the beginning. And so she followed me. And I think I remember the moment she followed me because I think I was watching She-Ra with an old friend. We were like group watching She-Ra. I think that's when she followed me. And I followed back. And we started talking after a while. Beat officiating your guys' wedding. I'm gonna pause for the ad break. I'll pause the story. Of course you were watching the lesbian show. That was a good show. I think I never watched past season 1. I think. I can't remember actually. I might have watched season 1. I can't recall. I'm not sure.
Oh, Scooter. Recounting lesbian stories, are we?
Hey, look at this. Look at this.
Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger! This is horrible! Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger!
Oh my god, Heavy Lobster threw it out. I'll get it back. There you go. Who drew that? Kim. Lacey, I found our first interaction out of curiosity, and it was you saying "Welcome to Pain" to you. The first thing I ever said to you was "Welcome to Pain"? What were we talking about? What's the context? What was I talking about? Welcome to Pain? It was about Super Paper Mario? What about SPM? Like, just you playing the game, or like a specific part of the game? Welcome to Pain. That's crazy. Oh. Where Luigi gets kidnapped. Oh. Welcome to Pain. That's right, welcome to Pain. So true. What did I miss? So apparently the first thing I ever said to Ends Funnies ever is welcome to Pain. That's the first thing I ever said to End on the internet. Welcome to Pain. Oh. July 2nd, 2020. Shut the fuck up. 5 years? 5 years ago? What? What the hell? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh! Hello, Rary. I did not continue the Shy story, while Ad was playing chat. It's okay. But yeah, we started talking. We met in Toronto for the first time, and we went to the mall. We saw Steve Minecraft in the mall. We went and got, like, lunch, and neither of us ate anything because we're both so nervous. Like, neither of us ate a single thing. And then, at the end of the visit, we were sitting at Union Station. That's, like, the big train station in Toronto, if you don't know, Union Station. We were sitting there because I was waiting for my train to go back home, and I was playing Link's Awakening Remake on my Switch with her. And And then we kissed. And I was very nervous. We had our first kiss when I was playing Link's Awakening remake on the Switch. Games that were foundational to our relationship. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Link's Awakening for the Switch. Link and Bede will officiate our wedding. And then it wouldn't be long after that I streamed Hollow Knight to her. I think Hollow Knight was one of the first games I streamed to her, and we played through together. Which is why Silksong is a big deal for us, because that's like huge. That's why I'm not streaming it, Chow. We're just gonna play it together, her and I. And I can take my own pace with it too. Don't gotta rush anything. But yeah. That's the little story of the beginning of it. Bede and Link are your best men. Speaking of Silksong, I have to go to a meeting at the theater that night. But it's okay. I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go to it. Just have to pause Silksong to go to a theater. It's like an award show. They're like, I think, giving awards to like a board member. I don't know. Something fancy like that. What's your favorite regional Pokemon form? Regional Pokemon. Pulling up a list, hang on. I like a Alolan Doug Trio. I like Galarian Weezing. I like Galarian Zapdos. I like Hisuian Typhlosion. There's my 4 favorites. There's my 4 favorites. I'm counting Smonking Murkrow as a regional form. It's Nekolacean Murkrow with a giant blunt in his mouth. Sorry for stalking you. Who is that chat member? Who is that? What is that? What is that? He's Firegrass! He's from the Smonkin region. What's the hardest part about transitioning to your preferred gender? Do you have any advice for people who are on their own journeys? The hardest part is probably coming out to your family. I think is what I would say. I think that was the most nerve-inducing part of the whole thing for me. Because the truth is that you can have the most loving, supportive, progressive, woke mom. My mom has been woke her whole life. She's always been so open-minded, so progressive, so with the times, but don't matter how woke your mom is, it still feels like the world is gonna end if you come out to her. You still feel like it's gonna be the end of the world. It wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't. But it is so difficult to work up the nerve to do it. And that is tough. And then I came out to my uncle and my aunt after, and then my grandparents. And it didn't become, what about your dad? Dead, womp womp. I never had one. I've never had a dad. When I was very, very, very young. He was not around anymore. That's why I'm so awesome. I'm raised by a woman. I got only woman raised in me. My mom did an awesome job. Please don't mop up your father's head. It's because I'm not like, it's not like a touchy subject, okay? I'm not like upset. I'm not like hurt that you asked about it. It doesn't really affect my life is the thing, because it's not a thing for me. It just is how it is. That's how life is. I'm, you know, whatever. But where does Wario come into all of this? Happy Father's Day, Wario. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. But yeah, I think like coming out to one person after another, it never got easier. So until it was all said and done, it was so nerve-wracking every step of the way. But I think if you want advice to somebody who is on their own journey, it's that generally speaking, yes, there are people out there who are mean and they're bad and they're hateful and they'll never understand you or what you've gone through or the happiness that you feel existing and living in your preferred gender. However, despite there being bad people in the world, the truth is, chat, that most people do not care. And not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. They just don't care. In a good way. It takes a lot of nerve to go out in public and present as your chosen gender because you think that everyone's going to be judging you. But the truth is, people generally do not care. That's just all there is to it. People do not care. And if you can understand that most people don't care, then it becomes a whole lot easier to just do what makes you happy and present the way you want to present in public. And I guess I would say the world is kinder than you think, is what I would say. So, yes, people suck. There's awful people out there, but have faith in the people that are good. There's a fight breaking out over here. Oh my god. You killed it. Hate is always going to be so much more overwhelming and loud than the good and the love, which is sad, but it's a very loud minority. For sure, it is. Very loud minority. Rennie is very mad. Rennie is mad that there are mean people in the world. And if you let their hate get to you, then they win. And you don't want them to win. You can't let them win. Do not let them win. Just let it make you stronger. Just let it make you stronger. Because we don't want them to win. We don't. And you living as your true self and being happy is victory over them. Always. Always. What are you hoping for the future of the channel? Partner would be cool someday. Partner would be kind of neat. I want to finish the Paper Mario-thon. I want to collab with N's Funnies. I don't know. I don't got much else. I don't really have, like, a lot of hopes for the channel besides, like, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. And having fun with it.
The end.
The end! Yeah, the end, that's right, the end. I just want to keep having fun and enjoy the end and enjoying myself. I guess my only real hope is I hope I do hit partner. I really hope that I do hit partner sometime. I think that would be very fun. Very cool. But yeah. It's good not to get too hung up on hopes.
The end.
That sounds counterproductive. You should have hopes, but it's good to not get hung up on things that may take a long time to achieve. So, it's good to be realistic and take things one step at a time. Do you think any size viewership would be too big for you? No. Nah. Because bigger viewer means bigger money in my pocket and better way to support me and my wife. So I would never say no to any level of viewership. I like talking to chat. I enjoy engaging with chat. But one day, if chat's going too fast for me to properly do it, well, that's, you know, obviously that's too bad, but it's objectively good for me, if that makes sense, guys.
The end.
The end! She's been, by the end of the year, partner? I don't know. Paper Mario-thon has definitely been, like, the biggest push for partner that I've had so far. Hitting, like, 60, at least 60 average, at least 60 average viewers, a stream during Paper Mario-thon has been pretty crazy. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Paper Mario-thon has boosted my views on non-Paper Mario streams as well, which is awesome. So, like, if 64 brought in that much viewership, I can't wait to see how TTYD does for the channel. That's gonna be huge. I can't wait for that. God. But yeah. Hi Lacey, you've mentioned you never had formal voice training, but were there informal or at-home voice exercises you would do, or did your voice just kind of come naturally as you progressed through your transition? If it is the former, would you recommend such techniques to any fellow trans femmes or anyone striving for a more feminine voice? No. No, I don't. I'm so sorry. I'm so useless with voice training. I don't know. I don't know anything. Throws a rock at the wall. Kicks the chair. Knocks over the table. I don't know shit. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I'm useless. Don't believe her. She's hoarding it all for herself. No, my voice just kind of... It's always kind of been this way, but it definitely just, like, naturally progressed through my transition. To be honest, chat, self-presentation and self-expression is half of it. As long as you perceive yourself in a certain way, your voice will follow suit. Like, your voice will just kind of naturally adapt subconsciously to how you present yourself and how you express yourself. It's mental. It's in your head. Obviously, voice training is good and it works, but a lot of it's mental. A lot of it is mental. It's true. A lot of it is presentation and self-image. It's not how other people perceive you. It's how you perceive yourself. It's your self-image. It's you, and you gotta help us.
Oh, Scooter. Voice training, are we?
Now, I've said this over and over again. However, my advice for voice training would be to don't trust yourself because you are your biggest critic. Check with your friends, loved ones, and say, how do I sound? And they'll be honest with you, and they'll tell you that you're making progress and that you sound great because you will not... You are your biggest critic.
Oh, Scootette! Voice training, are we?
You're your biggest critic, and everyone hates listening to their own voice. Everyone hates it. I like my voice. I love my voice. I hate listening to it. I hate it. In recordings, I hate listening to it. No one likes it. It doesn't matter. No one likes their own voice. That's why you have to check with friends and say, how do I sound? How am I doing? Check with your friends. But also, the other part of it is also the only person that has to be happy is you. You're the only one that has to be satisfied with your voice. The only one. So, it's like, listen to yourself, but also don't. Yeah, great advice, Lacey, right? Yeah, oh, so smart. But hopefully you get what I mean. I'm extremely comfortable in my birth gender. My voice is annoying to myself. I love to recall the story when I had the honor of voice chatting with Claylome. And for some reason, I was nervous about Claylome hearing my voice. I was like, oh shit, Claylome's gonna hear my voice on the voice call. And I was like, wait a fucking second, I'm a streamer. Claylome hears my voice every goddamn day. I don't know why that was a thought process. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. Oh no, voice reveal. I don't know why I was like that. I VC with Stormstripe once and I was nervous too. Right? Isn't that weird? I don't know why I'm like that. When are we getting the Lacey voice reveal? Alright, let's keep it moving because I see we have some new questions that have been submitted. So we're moving on. I have officially not screenshotted these questions that have been added. So I'm just gonna have to read them to you and you're not gonna be able to see them on screen, okay? Thanks for Lacey. Don't feel bad for not giving me advice. I think the reassuring advice you gave me is more enough for me. I'm glad, Evie. I'm glad to hear it. Makes me very happy to hear. Oh, the next this follow-up question. How was your experience voice training? So basically, you can refer to the previous question. Oops. Oops. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what I have heard? I've heard that getting a coach is really helpful. I've heard that getting a coach to help you do it is very helpful. That's what I've heard. I don't know how easy that is. Rinny's screaming again. But, yeah. Rinny's yelling. But yeah, sorry, that was from you. So, I think you were listening to that entire previous exchange, right? I want to get a coach, but I don't know how either. I don't know how either, I'm sorry. Again, I'm useless on this topic. Rinny is voice training. Any advice for voice untraining? Yes. Explode yourself. Next question. Rinny. Do you have any advice for new streamers and what to do if you have few to no viewers? How do you keep up your momentum and confidence? And if there are any do's and don'ts you recommend, that'd be great. What to do if you have few to no streamers? Oh shit, let's go! Oh, Rary jumps! Rary jumps! Rary jumps! Let's go, Rary jumps! Here's my advice. First is get your friends to watch, but that's easy. I'm sure you're already doing that, probably. You're already doing that. Besides doing that, Rennie, cross-post. Okay? After you finish a stream, go through it, find funny moments and clip them. Take those clips, put them on Twitter, put them on Blue Sky, put them on TikTok, put them on Insta. Put tags on them so people find them. If you have to forge a clip, like do something on purpose in stream on game to make a funny moment, do it. To get a funny clip, do it. YouTube Shorts, spread that shit. Cross post. You will have people come across your clips from their algo. They will come to your stream. It works. I got probably like at least 300 new followers on Twitch from a Kirby clip of a Waddle Doo glitch going insane. That's what you have to do. Cross post. Play games at launch. Okay. Hot new games come out. Stream it. Play it day one. Clip frame one. Play it. Stream it. People will come to your channel just to watch the new game. And if they like your vibes, they'll stick around. Raid other creators to make connections. Because it can be hard just to make new friends streaming. Raid people. Do raids. You'll get shoutouts. You'll meet people that way. I've met a lot of the people I've met through Twitch that are now my friends. I've met through raids. Like Sparkle. 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 Fucking. 10vert I met through raids. There's a few. There's a few people I've met through raiding, basically. Shout out to Sparkle, by the way. Because you make connections, you raid, you explore, you eventually might do collabs, you do streams with others, and if you do streams with collabs, then you'll get new viewers from those collabs. Someone gift 100 subs. Yeah, that's all-time leaderboard, Kira. That's not by the week, just so you know. I have my channel set for all-time, not for weekly. Because, yes, Marmy has gifted 100 subs in total on the channel, and I think I like to honor that by having it all-time leaderboard. But yes, Marmy is insane. But hey, I've gifted 26 on Ants Funny's channel. And I have to fix that because now it's not even anymore. It's kind of a problem. But yeah, what else? What else is there? Cross-posting is the biggest thing, probably. Cross-posting is the biggest thing. How do you keep your momentum and confidence? To be honest, for keeping momentum, you just gotta keep doing it. Like, when you see me streaming 5-6 days a week, 11 days in a row, I'm only able to do that because, Oh, Zorka, hang on. You're in the Discord, Catherine, and the announcements channel is a link to a form. You can put one in there. Rary, it's all stamina. You build the stamina by just not stopping, and you should take breaks. You should take breaks. Like, I'm not saying just stream and stream and stream and stream, but like, you just got to keep doing it. You can't. If you stop for like a week, you kill that stamina, you break that momentum, and it's so hard to get back into it. It's a fucked up marathon. It is a fucked up marathon, but you gotta do it. You gotta keep going. Again, when you're seeing me stream 5-6 days a week, 10 days in a row, I'm not even tired. I'm just doing it because I'm used to it. And that benefits you in the long run if you get used to it like that. Like, yes, take breaks when you need them, but like, I'm at the point where I can stream 5-6 days in a row and not feel the need to a break. Rary. Gary! Normal Gary! So just keep going. Short streams. Yep, short streams are good. An hour-long stream is better than nothing. Also mentioned that it's also about luck. And unfortunately, it is about luck. It's just kind of how it is. There's a lot of luck factor in it. It's an unfortunate reality, but it's just kind of how it goes. Always bet on lucky. Having a gimmick helps too. Having a gimmick can be really good. A lot of my early following was because I was an odd to know themed VTuber. Like, a lot of my early following was because of that. You have a gimmick, a shtick that's unique and different. People will like that. So that's also an idea. Make yourself stand out in a crowd, right? Other advice is you can make it good later. You know that art trend of like, just make it to draw, now you can make it good later? I feel the same way for streams. Just do it now, you can make it good later. Like, don't get hung up on quality. Just do it. And streams at 540p. And he gets a solid average, like 15 viewers in my experience every stream. People love Ends Funnies. They don't care about the quality level. My stream shit has quality and people show up. You can make it good later. Streaming is something you've learned the hard way. Exactly, Mystic. You just gotta start doing it. You have to be bad at everything. You have to be bad at everything once. You gotta start as bad in anything before you get good. And you know what makes me sad? You know what makes me sad? The other day, on my algo, I suddenly got a post, and it was a VTuber who was graduating. If you want to know what that means, I think it's kind of a weird term, but if a VTuber graduates, it's them retiring from streaming, right? But I checked their profile, they didn't even stream once. They were pre-debut. I see so many VTubers who are pre-debut for years. They didn't even do it once. And they got they get a new job, they have to move, something life-changing happens, they have to graduate. They didn't stream once. And that's sad, because you can't get hung up on getting a professional model and this and that before you stream. You just gotta do it. You have to start somewhere. Don't get hung up on a big debut and a big this and like, just do it. Just go, start it, try it. You can make it good later. Get a nice, simple PNG. There's free VTubers. There's programs to make your own custom VTuber. Like, you can make it good later. Just do it. Exactly, don't pour all that money into it. Just start. And like, also, don't put too much money into VTubing before you try it either, because don't put all your time and money into it before you even start, because... And then if you don't like it, well, now what? Now what? Oh, hi, Vanilla Scoop. Hi, bestie. If you worry about literally everything being perfect, then as perfect can be, then you will never go live at any point. Exactly, because it will never be perfect. It'll never be perfect. That's just it. You gotta just do it. Just do it. Have you seen my early Pikmin streams? They're so scuffed. My first streams are so scuffed. They're so scuffed. Looking back on my layouts and my audio and everything in my early streams are like... Yeah, it's like, wow. How far I've come. How far you will come if you just do it. Just start. Again, you can make it good later. Need to hear this. I keep updating things and I'm never satisfied, but hearing this, gotta hustle now. I update my stream layouts like every 2 months. Chat, I'm sure you notice that my layouts change a little bit all the time. There's always slight tweaks, constantly. I'm slightly changing little things, like all the time. Because I'm also never satisfied. I'm always changing shit. But that's okay. You just gotta do it anyway. Just do it. It doesn't matter. You can change whatever you want whenever you want. You just gotta start. My wife says algorithm rewards consistency over quality. True. Because my old clips on Instagram were so scuffed. but they still blew up and got so many views. It's very true. It's very true. So true. Streaming is free because unlike other performances, there's no practicing, dropping my controller, outside of actually doing it in live. This so true, Appa. You can't like practice streaming, you just have to do it because like it's something that only is really authentic when you're doing it live. That's practicing. But yeah, anyway, you get the idea. You do it scared. You get the idea. Next question. Okay, the next question says, do you have any advice for people who plan or aspire to start streaming soon? Okay, whoever sent that one in, hopefully you were listening to the entire past, like, 15 minutes. Because that's, like, I just explained it. There you go. That is all my advice I have given to you already. Okay. Where'd the name Nekolacey come from? There's a classic. Neko is for cat. Lacey comes from Lace, a character from Hollow Knight Silksong. Yes, my online namesake is from Silksong. In less than a week, no, exactly a week, I get to play the game that my namesake is from. I used to go by Lace, and then it became Lacey. But yeah, it's cat plus Lacey. What if Lace ends up being disappointing? No, there's no shot. Sorry, I hate to say it, but that's nah. Have you heard her theme? They've had her theme available for like years and years now, and it is so fire. She is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. Oh my god. I can't believe it's happening. Holy shit. Oh my god. This PNG you're using is so cute. Guess who made it? And you can commission Ends Funnies for your very own. Yeah, End made it. It's very cute. It's very cute and cutesies
The end.
The end. The end. The end.
The end.
The end.
The end.
Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure. Aw yeah, woohoo.
The end.
That's from Mystic Aiden.
The end.
Thanks, Mystic. And do you know that you
Nintendo secretly
created an evil Yoshi?
You mean the
blue version?
No,
That's
that's
just Boshi. And do you know that you put your name where the question goes and your question where your name goes? Good night, Nux. Good night. Good nightsies. Yes, you did. You did. So the question just says ends Fugi. Okay, the question, which is on the name part, says, what's your dream video game? Or alternatively, if you could base a game around the channel, what genre would it be and how would it play out? My dream video game. Okay, my dream video game. You play as a human child. And one day, their pet cat gets outside and they chase after it. And they follow it through a portal. And they end up in this different world that's full of like cat people and like maybe also dog people, bunny people, various household pets. Peoples. And they're like, my cat is here somewhere and I have to find them. So they explore this magical, fantastical world of cat people and just various animal peoples, typically all based off household pets that you would have as a kid. And they battle and they meet various characters and throughout the game, you know in Skyward Sword how you like kind of are like chasing down Zelda and you always see her very briefly before she disappears again throughout the game? It's like that with your pet cat. Like you always catch up to your cat right before they go off again. It's like, oh my god, it's right there. Well, the game would end. Also, it would have like, it would be like very whimsical RPG, like Mario RPG style gameplay and like themes and like vibes, that kind of style. And then at the end of the game, you would finally catch up to your pet. And
The
end, you find that they're like being like held captive by this giant like beast, this giant like kind of like a specter monster, and you had to fight the specter, and it's a crazy intense battle, and you win and you beat them, and you get your cat, and you're like, oh my god, let's go home, let's get out of here, we have to go now, we have to get back to our world, you and I. And then, well, you find out that your pet's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't go with you. I can't. And you're like, why? And you find out they were willingly going with this beast that turns out to be basically like the Grim Reaper for pets. And you find out that your cat, its time was up, and this world you're in is like a world that basically it's like pet heaven. It's like a fantastical pet heaven where animals get to live out the end of their lives in a fantastical, colorful world where they can be who they would want to be and live out who they'd want to be. And the human was never meant to come here in the first place. Human was never meant to be here, but you got there somehow, and you chased after your cat to try, and you didn't know this whole time that they were willingly leaving to go with this Grim Reaper to move on to the next plane of existence. And you plead them to stay, and they say, I have to go. It's my time. And you get to spend one final moment with them and think back on all the times you've had together, and they tell you it's okay. It's my time. You've given me a wonderful life. You've been the best human owner I could ask for. I had a happy life. I feel content. I'm not hurt. I'm not in pain. I'm not upset. It's my time to go, and I'll never forget you. And you say, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you. And the Grim Reaper's like, are you good now? And you're like, yeah, sorry for attacking you, Grim Reaper. I didn't know what was happening. And the Grim Reaper gets your cat, and they, hand in hand, they go off together for the next step of your cat's existence. And that's like kind of my ideal game. Because my entire life I grapple a lot, not with the mortality of the life of humans or myself, but I grapple with the mortality of cats and my pets and my, and I've had cats in my life come and go. My first experience with a pet's passing would be my grandma's cat, Ernie. I used to go to school and say Ernie was my cat because I loved him so much, and he was my cat, and he loved me. And I wanted a cat so bad, but we didn't have one, but my grandma did, and his name was Ernie, and I loved him. He would let me do anything to him. I would go to school and say that Ernie's my cat. Ernie is my cat. So when Ernie... I remember when Ernie was getting sick and old, and I remember sitting in my grandma's living room, and I was just upset, crying, sulking, because I didn't understand what was happening and why it had to be happening. I didn't understand why it had to be this way. And my uncle was there, and he came to me and said, you know, your grandma's doing everything she can for Ernie that she's able to, and you know, we're going to give him the best you know, the best way out of life that we can. And he's lived a happy life, and you know, this is just kind of what happens. And that moment between me and my uncle sat in my mind that had an impact on me. And that's kind of the moment I realized that, like, this is part of life. And you know, when you take on a pet, you are accepting that they are not going to live as long as you. They aren't. They're not going to be part of your life forever. But to them, you are their life. They might be a small part of your world, but you are their entire world. You're taking your responsibility to give them a life that's worth living. A life that will be comfortable and happy in the short time they have on this earth compared to the time that you have. And you need to take that responsibility and own it. And just own it and do the best you can for them before it's their inevitable time to go. When my mom, we took in a cat named Dexy when I was younger. And she passed away shortly after we got Polly. Because I got Polly. And when Polly was a kitten, she loved. Dexy was a big grump. Dexy was a huge grump. When we took in Polly, she was a spry little kitten full of energy, and she loved Dexy. She wanted to play all the time with her. I have a picture of them together, and Polly is so small. And Rennie got, not Rennie, sorry, Rennie is like yelling. Dexy got old. It was her time. We inherited her from our aunt and uncles. They had a baby and they didn't want to have her anymore, so we took her in. She was already older. It was her time to go. When she passed, I was the only one home. My mom wasn't home, so I was the only one there, and I took her in my arms and I held her. And I showed her out the window like she always loved, and I could just feel her life, her little soul, leaving her body in my arms. Her last moment. And the biggest mistake was we didn't show Polly. We didn't show Polly her body. I guess you're supposed to show other animals the body of one that's passed so they understand what's happened. I didn't show Polly. It was a mistake. But Polly, like, she, like, inherited Dexy, I think, because Polly became such a little grump. Not to me, but to other people. She, like, she basically, like, took on Dexy's personality. And, like, only really was ever nice to me from that point on. I think that Dexy's grumpy, stubborn self kind of carried off into Polly. And I think Dexy still lives on through Polly. Right now, today. My grandpa buried Dexy in the backyard that day. And yeah. There's been a lot of cats that have come and gone in my life, and I mean, right now I've had Polly for 10 years, coming on 11 years, and I mean, she's still a kitten. She's still jumping around, like, she's so full of energy. She's doing amazing. I think she still has a long ways to go. I think, and it makes me happy, but all the time I still accept that Polly and Rennie are temporary parts of my life, and you know, there'll be a time in life where they're not around, and they're not, all of a sudden they're not here. So you have to take every day you have with these little gifts, these little fur ball presents in our lives, and just treasure every single moment with them. Anyway, What was the question? Yeah, I think that my ideal game would be a very whimsical, upbeat, Mario RPG-esque experience, but also is about the acceptance and grappling with the mortality of our pets, especially as a child, and having to learn and understand that they're not forever, and learning to be okay with that. And this per experience impressed upon you so much that you wanted to make a story of a game to kind of relay that emotion? Yes! Exactly. I think it's for someone like me who gets just really, really emotional about animals and especially cats, it's a very important topic to me, especially when I was younger, that, like, I don't know. Yeah. I also love a good bittersweet ending to a game. I love bittersweet endings for RPGs. But yeah. Anyway, that's that's the answer to that question. And I hope that you enjoyed my answer. That went a little bit off topic, but that is the game that I would want to exist if I could will a game into existence. How long have you had cat as part of your self-image or identity? Probably since I was a kid, honestly. Probably since I had Ernie. Well, I didn't have Ernie, it was my grandma's, but probably since Ernie. Ernie was the first cat in my life, and I don't know what it was that made me obsessed with him, and therefore cats in general, but the thing is that every woman in my family is a cat person. My grandma is, my mom is, so I think it just is like maybe a genetic thing too. I genetically got cat lover in my genes. I don't know. I don't know. And I can't imagine a time in my life where I haven't had a cat as part of my life. Is also a big part of it. Like, I have always had a cat be involved in my life at some point, whether it was my cat or not. Yeah. What is the most important skill you had to learn to improve your streams? You know what's a very stream-specific skill? Is double tasking. It's not stream-specific, but like... Oh, good night, Willow. It's like, when you're streaming... When I'm streaming, I'm doing, like... 3 different things, at least.
The end.
The end. I am playing a video game. Maybe 4. I'm playing 4 things. Playing a video game. I'm talking, commentating. I'm reading chat, responding to chat, and I'm also controlling a PNG tuber. Now this PNG that End made requires a lot less work than others. But my regular PNG has a lot of expressions and a few different poses, and I am always controlling that PNG. I always have like a hand over there, hand on controller, reading chat, playing game, processing chat, responding to chat. It's, yeah, it's a lot. I think double, triple, quadruple tasking is probably the most important skill I've had to learn. Because you don't, like, it's tough. Especially starting out, it's tough. Switching PNG tuber expression is not intuitive. I have a Stream Deck, and Stream Decks make all the difference. You gotta get used to it still, but it is, it helps a lot. It's a big help. Hi, Mintley. What's up? What's going on? But yeah, I'd probably say that. And also just, like, probably also social battery. You need to be able to basically socialize and perform for, you know, at least 2 hours at a time. For me, 12 hours the other day of socializing, talking. Yeah, it's a big, big part of it. Having a co-host makes this way easier. Having a co-host is such a big help. When I have Kitty Bun Sunday and I have Greta with me, it's like, oh, I can relax a little bit. it's Rinny? Rinny? What are you doing, honey? Are you okay? Oh, baby. Poor baby. Oh, poor thing. Meow. Meow. Yeah, having a co-host is a huge help. Now, having your co-host be your partner, your significant other who is just always basically available when you are, now that's a huge help too, which is an advantage that Ends Funnies definitely has big time. I cannot reserve Greta for every single stream, obviously. We have very different lives. But End and Lena make it work very, very well as a couple. I love that for them so much, and they have such a great dynamic. Started learning improv to help with commentary. Another, like, if you want any other tips for commentary, like, throughout your day before you stream, just, like, take note, write down, or put in your phone things that happened to you that you could talk about. You ever had that moment where you have, like, a long day? You have a long day, and you get home, and maybe someone's like, hey, how was your day? What happened today? And you had such an eventful long day, you're like, you can't think of a single thing that happened. You can't think of a single thing that happened to you. Write that shit down. Write it down. If you need topics to talk about on stream, write down things throughout your day that you can talk about. And you can say, I saw this, I did that, this happened to me, I was thinking about this, etc., etc. Oh, good night, Strawby. Thank you for hanging out. That's also a good thing to do. That's a very good thing to do. Bye, Strawby. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But yeah. That's what I would say to that. Okay, that's, like, about 20 questions. 19 or 20. That's pretty good. That's good. Those are good questions. I enjoyed answering all of those. I definitely... That's, like, why I did this, because there's some questions that just, like, I don't care if people ask me questions during a stream, but there's some topics that I just get yapping about, and it's just like, now's the time. This is the time to talk about this stuff, is during a stream like this, where I can just talk. I can just yap. Anything else to add? No, I'm tired now. I cried. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I get sleepy after crying. Thanks, Eds Funnies. God, what your stupid question made me cry. Here's what I'm gonna add. Kirby Starcross World streams will start on Monday. We're gonna stream Starcross World on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I think that should be good. I think that should be enough time. Hell yeah, Ends Funnies.
So are you... Oh, Lacey, reporting back, are we? I've saved it for you. So, are you done for the day?
Yes, King Hippity Hop. I am done for the day. Now, if you were watching this stream, if you played Familiars, if you didn't, if you haven't, play this game. I didn't do really any actual playing of it. I just kind of walked around, occupied its space, and hung out. And it's really good for that too, but the actual gameplay, this shit right here, this is legit. Oh my god, a raid. I'm about to end stream, Jojo. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Thank you so much for raiding. I will pass you guys off to the next stream. Yeah, thank you, Jojo, for the raid. Sorry, I've been crying tonight. Some questions got me crying, so I'm a little pooped. I'm a little wiped out. So let's pass off to the next raid here. Thanks for nodding around in my little zone. I was driving at the time, but your words meant a lot. Oh yeah, I love your gameplay, Lum. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. People asked really good questions tonight, and I just got to go into topics that are very personal. Share some emotional stories from my life and experiences, and it was lovely. That's why I did this. That's why I did this stream. I was very pleased. See my question? I'm sorry, Jojo. I ignored joke questions just because it's not what it was meant for. I only answered the actual ones. It's not, unfortunately, it's not why I did it. I unfortunately just ignored any jokes because I was making it for people who had genuine questions about like life and transitioning. That's a big part of it because a lot of people have questions about that stuff. All right, who can we raid? Who can we raid, chat? Thank you all for joining me tonight. This was lovely.
Oh, Scooter! Reporting back, are we? I've saved it for you. So, are you done for the day?
It's okay, Jojo. Just in the future, I don't know. If I make stuff like this, it's not really meant for like silly jokes. If you don't have a question, I'd prefer you probably just don't fill it out, just because I don't know, it's not what it's for. It was for more actual serious stuff. I'm sorry, Comet. I think I made you cry a couple times, Comet. I'm sorry. I hope. No, but I think you had a good time, which is good.
Oh, Scooter, time to get the fuck out of here.
The end.
The end.
The end.
The end.
The end.
You guys love your the end. Let's raid Tenvert. You know what's funny about Tenvert? Tenvert and I became friends because of brothership. And it's kind of funny that I became friends with somebody named Tenvert from the game that has 10 in it. Kind of a funny coincidence, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Tenvert is really nice, really cool. He's actually playing Bonanza. And it looks like he has every transformation in the game. So, if you haven't played the game, if you don't want spoilers, it's been out for a little while, but if you haven't seen any transformations that weren't shown in trailers, leave now. Go! Leave! Be gone! Because I'm going to raid. I'm going to raid Tenvert. So go, run away. Be gone. Farewell. But also, thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. It was a really good time. Thanks for stream. Thanks for sharing advice and life with us. Oh, you're welcome. This was fun. Yes. It was lovely. Yes. Thank you all so much. Okay, final call to leave before I raid into Bonanza stream. That's a little bit further in the game. With some stuff that wasn't in trailers. I'll be live tomorrow. Mario Karts. Yippee! It's gonna be fun. You're awesome and cool. Thank you, Taffy. Okay, good night, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. This was really, really fun. Thank you. Okay, good night. Bye-bye.
The end. The end. The end. The end.